Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm the Gerbil. In today's video, I want to talk about Conquest, Sector 1, and global feats, as well as some bugs, some just good to know tips, how to cheese some things, and some unsung heroes, characters that probably get overlooked or don't often use, but are actually quite effective in this Conquest. Now, I don't normally do Conquest videos, but this Conquest has been met with a lot of disappointment from the community. Just a quick browse through Reddit, the forums will show that a lot of people are really upset with it, and I get it. I definitely empathize with some of these. You know, the fact that you need like Trip 0 and BT1 or Seer and Cal Kestis already, even though they're not even farmable, you know, or the new Night Sister, and there's so many bugs that it's really a challenge to accept, I would say, the level of incompetence that has gone into publishing consistent Star Wars Galaxy Heroes things, you know, with all these bugs in it and or feats that are just unmanageable to the vast majority of players. That's why in this video, I would like to share some of my tips, tricks, and suggestions, because I managed to full clear Sector 1 first day, all 96 keycards, and I'm not trying to boast or brag, but there are some things that you can do that will make this much more obtainable. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started, and I will share what I know. First off, this isn't really a bug. It looks like CG forgot to remove the previous data discs that are not supposed to be there, like Zealous Ambition. Now, this is a good thing for players, but at the same time, there's a caveat here that the number of available data discs, the pool is quite large, which means if you're trying to get a set of, you know, like 2-3 caustic emissions plus Amplify Agony, whatever, it may be more challenging to do so. So I'm going to take the Zealous Ambitions whenever I find it, because it's a guaranteed boon for, you know, all your healer supports. And especially teams like Night Sisters, it doesn't have attackers, or at least don't need attackers, or Admiral Radis, or let's see, I'm losing my mind at the moment, but especially Inquisitors. Inquisitors just walk over every sector pretty much with Zealous Ambitions. So yeah, it may not be necessarily the best combination out there, but because of that larger pool, it's going to be harder to find things. Now, this one is a bug in the wording. The Daughters of Dothamer global feat should say must survive. This is a recognized bug or typo on CG's forums. So if you go in with Marin, Mother Talzin, and Oldaka, and any of them don't survive, you will not get recognition for this feat, which makes the already tedious, insane 40 completions with this battle that much harder. So this one is going to be a real challenge for a lot of people, myself included. Also, there is the boss Sector 1, maybe in all the sectors, says size matters not, win without a Galactic Legend. Well, it turns out that's actually not a Galactic Legend. It should say win without a Jedi, without a Sith, or an unaligned Force user. So if you go in with like CLS, you're not going to get it because he's an unaligned Force user. Or Inquisitors, you're not going to get it. So watch out for that. All right, here's some good to knows real quick. I do normally buy the $10 pass, and I was like, where's my Datacrons? Or not Datacrons, sorry, where's the Omicron? Where's the Omicron? Too many crons. Where's the Omicron? Turns out they did not remove it. I overlooked it. There are 2 Omicrons in the very first achievement, top row crate. I don't know why that's not just like visually more there, but you do still get 4 Omicrons if you get all the way up to 306 key cards, 603 key cards. And 2 from the start. It's pretty good. Now, let's talk about some teams real quick. Global feats. I'm not going to go through a lot of different teams. There are better videos out there than mine for that. Check out like Scribe, Arnold. I always put an R in there. Arnold, AH, whatever. And let's see, who else? Bit Dynasty has amazing videos in this one. But the I Am No Jedi, just want to point out a full squad of Inquisitors handles that without any effort. Starkiller, Mara Jade, CLS, the new Cal Kestis, all of the iterations of Kylo and Rey Cat. They are all unaligned force users. There are actually more than you probably realize. So that feat is actually not that challenging if you mix and match as you go through the different sectors. And then the Best Friends Forever and the Moving Forward, where you need Seer and Cal, or the droid duos, Trip Zeros and BT1. The 3 squads that are kind of my go-to for these are CLS Luke Watt, or the Sith Triumvirate, or Palp Vader Malak. I find that either of these 3 iterations, plus the other 2, I'm pretty consistent at even getting 5 stars with relatively low gear. All of those people for me are 3 stars, I think. Maybe one of them is 4. So you can totally cheese that, especially the GL Luke with Watt. Put the armor tech on him and he taunts, and then you stun everyone with Luke, and then you just try to kill him as quickly as you can. So it's quite doable even with low gear, low stars, but it's a challenge. I definitely am not going to enjoy getting those, but I'll do what I can. All right, now Sector 1. The Inflict, Evasion Down, and Blind are probably easiest to achieve with Chewbacca. He has an AoE blind, and he his basic provides evasion down. Of course, secret intel probably, I don't know, but I think that BB-8 is your only option. I really don't know on that one. If there's another, let me know in the comments. But there are a lot of options for blind, but probably no one who is as efficient at doling it out as Chewbacca. Now, how you can actually cheese all of these sector feeds with a single team, and I'm going to get there. My go-to when I started, like the first 2 battles, I ran CLS, took out Chewbacca, and put in BB-8 because I was trying to get the secret intel, and I realized, well, it's going to be really slow on the secret intel, but you will accumulate the evasion down in the blinds rather quickly. However, if you have the characters, Ezra and Kyle are both Jedi, so you can get the evasion from Chewbacca, the BB-8 intel from obviously himself, the kills from the 2 Jedi, and then why Jyn instead of CLS? Well, she's going to pass turn meter, she's going to stun the enemies, and she's going to revive either Ezra, Chewie, or Kylo should they fall. And of course, people also forget that Chewbacca will self-revive if another ally rebel revives. So let's say you lose Ezra, you lose Chewbacca, Jyn can revive Ezra, at which point Chewbacca will revive on its own. It's an unlikely scenario, but it's pretty cool. But also the ability to pass turn meter allows you to try to cheese out those kills with either Ezra or Kyle. So this squad of 5 can actually get you all 4 of the Sector 1 feats in a single go. It's pretty solid. And if you don't have, necessarily one of those other alternatives, Ben is a Jedi rebel, as is Kanan. Now, how do you get the evasions there? Keep in mind that Chewbacca assists with every rebel attack. So, or turn, I think. It's not even an attack. So when Ben taunts, Chewbacca assists. When Kanan taunts, Chewbacca assists, right? So you'll get those evasions in a matter of just like 5 or 6 battles at the most, probably in 2 if you really, really focus, play the right way, and don't kill your opponents. All right, some other really cool, good to know, overlooked stuff. Radis is going to be really, really useful. You can get almost all the mini-boss battles in one battle with just Radis, and that's because regardless of faction, light, dark, neutral, he revives all allies when he pops the hope. So let's say in Sector 1 where you have to have, I think T3 survive at the mini-boss. You also have to win, I think, with no unaligned Force users, Jedi or Sith, or something like that. I don't remember. There's a video. We'll get to that in a second. What happens is you just go in there with the Admiral team, take out a tank. I'm running Scarif, I think, and then you put in T3 or whoever you need, and then you clean house. And then before the match ends, if your so-and-so character who needs to survive has been killed, you pop hope, they automatically revive, and they're at full health and protection, and you get the feat. It's a guaranteed feat success. Ewok Elder is interesting in that he revives any ally. So again, if you're trying to protect someone, keep them alive, he can revive anyone, including Galactic Legends. Jyn also will revive allies, but she passes turn meter, similar to Thrawn. Most people use Thrawn, but Jyn is actually faster. So if you're trying to like outrun someone, Jyn has a higher base speed, plus her Truncheon Strike siphons 100% of turn meter from the target, target. So you hit someone at high target, she basically takes another turn. It's really, really great. And then Hera, also way overlooked. Her backup plan applies to any ally, not just Phoenix, not just Rebel. So you put backup plan on somebody for 3 turns and they basically can't die. At least not the first time, right? So these are some amazing characters for longevity, survivability, utility, when you're trying to get like a million instances of, say, evasion. You put in Jin, you put in Hera, and the enemies, they don't hit for enough damage, so you don't kill the enemies, yet you keep your team alive, and you achieve those feats. It's pretty nice way to cheese some stuff. All right, let's get into some videos. Sector 1, you don't need Tuskens at all. It is a global feat, win 20 battles with a full squad of Tusken, and my Tusken Chieftain and Warrior are both gear 10, both 3-star. But what I discovered is that with the other 3 Tuskens, who I do have at like relic 1, 2, 3, they clean house all the way through sector 1, all the way through sector 2. Every time I encounter Imperial troopers, I just default to Tuskens, and most times so far I am getting the full 3-star victories, and it's on full automatic. I'm not even paying attention. It's just like, oh look, Imperial troopers, free win. So the 20 battles with Tusken can be done with pretty low gear. I do have both Zetas on the Tusken Chieftain. I do not have any on the Warrior, and I have modded my Tuskens okay for this event. One of them, I can't remember, actually has really good mods on them, but I'm just doing that for fun for Grand Arena. So easy to achieve this one, but doesn't help with the Sector 1 feats. The next one, I Am No Jedi, 40 battles with unaligned Force users. As I said, you can get this with a lot of different teams. My go-to is the Inquisitors. If you run across this squad in particular with Jedi Knight Kenobi, then you can, and you got a decent Inquisitor squad, you don't even need Grand Inquisitor, you can do it with Fifth Brother. I'm doing that on my alt account. You can just basically hit automatic, kick back, and let the fun begin. I am running, like I said, a single Zealous Ambition data disk. I also have right here a power data disk. Everyone has plus 27% offense, and I have one other data disk. I don't remember which one it is, but this is still early in the Conquest, so I only have those 3. I think it's a remove like 11% turn meter or 8% turn meter when you crit hit or something. But yeah, there it is, full automatic. I don't even worry about it. Inquisitors will walk right over most of the Jedi squads, especially Kenobi leads. The next one here is a mini boss, a global, the Sector 1 mini boss with some support for the global feat. Get 50 enemies with Jedi. The secret intel here and Hermit Yoda surviving. This is I don't remember where this is, but this is all in Sector 1. So 3 feats in one go. I have I have Ewok in there, Ewok Elder for the revives, because my BB-8 is like gear 8. He's pathetically under-geared. And so I'm using Jedi Master Luke as obviously the tank, but you could probably do this with Malak or Bosk. And then I'm using Jedi Knight Luke for the mass stun, basically. And because we can use inherited teachings from Jedi Master Luke as well as Hermit Yoda there, so like Hermit Yoda is still going to hit for a lot of damage. So we're getting Jedi kills, we're getting secret intel, and of course Yoda's going to survive. Even if Yoda dies, Ewok Elder could revive him. Now I could have put in Jolee, of course, but I just wanted to have fun, and I wanted to save my Jedi, so I'm trying to spread them out into different teams for more kills and whatnot. So no, Jolee. Also, Jolee would not have revived BB-8. He only revives Jedi. So Ewok Elder is specifically there to protect BB-8, keep him alive to get the secret intels. All right, Sector 1 final boss. The feat here is, this is the keep T3 alive. This is the win without a Galactic Legend. Scratch that. Win without a Jedi, a Sith, or unaligned Force user. All of Rogue One qualifies for that, so you don't need to you don't need to worry about having a Jedi or a Sith or an unaligned Force user. You just throw in Rogue One, and especially if you get Zealous Ambition, man, Rogue One just annihilates, because Adrad is a support. Cassian is a support. So they just, especially when Adrad hits the Hope, he hits like a freight train. I mean, not even a truck. He hits like a freight train and usually can lay down the entire enemy squad. But here we go. You'll see in this example, keeping T3 alive. My T3 is also like gear 8, maybe gear 9. So we're going to see in just a second, T3 is gonna take a nap and disappear for a little while, but we're going to win by popping that Hope from Adrad. See, we're at 62%, and we're gonna get up there real soon. Oh, there we go. Now watch, we're gonna siphon some turn meter, even though it's very minimal. We see how much Jen has after taking that turn. Like, she's already almost back to full. She's way, way, way faster than Thrawn. She's also squishier than Thrawn. She doesn't fracture, but she's good. She's way better than people realize. All right, so here we go. 99. Next turn, we're gonna pop Hope. Come on, get that 90. There it is. Hope, 100%, and T3's back. Yay! It's amazing. Super easy to get those. All right, last one here. This is blind evasion. The clumsy get 40 evasion downs and get 60 blinds. Now, my little one's gonna come join us for just a second. Huh? Your show stopped? Oh no. Uh-oh. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. I'll be there in a second, okay? All right. So this one is actually really, really easy to get. Jen passes turn meter. Thrawn passes over turn meter. You put the weapon tech on Chewbacca so he takes 1,000,000 turns. And then you just keep the taunt on Jedi Master Luke or any tank you have with Watt's armor tech. And basically you just keep hitting Chewbacca every time you can with that turn meter so that he drops his cooldown so that he blinds everyone. You can get 40, probably even all 60 blinds in a single battle with this one. I did not really try to force it. I just fought all the way across the sector, mostly with Jedi and Rebels, and so I wasn't in any hurry or crunch, but if you really wanted, you could. That sucks. We lost Jen, right, with Boba. It's gonna happen. Anyway, I'm not going to keep talking. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, give me a like, give me a subscribe. I do appreciate it. And if you want to see more videos like this, like Sector 2, 3, 4, let me know, and maybe I'll try to keep up with it. But it's really hard to crank out these kind of videos these days with my busy work schedule. And beyond that, I need to go help my little one who's having technical difficulties in the living room with the TV, I guess. And guess the grandparents can't fix it either right now, so gotta go help the grandparents too. All right, thanks for watching. I'll let this play out. Enjoy the show, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye. Yeah.